All right, I see that it's working. I was having a technical difficulty. So welcome to our team call tonight, guys. I'm super excited to just share with you just some awesome information from leadership and, setting goals for this year and what is going on right now in Beachbody. Okay, there is so much going on and we need to take advantage of it right now. Okay, it's on. We need to take advantage of all the good stuff going on. So I just want to share with you a recap on everything. I know you've heard it from Super Saturday if you attended. I know that you heard it from Diesel Nation call, but I am going to give you from my experience of leadership and from my opinion of everything that is going on. So first of all, let me get housekeeping out of the way. First of all, I want to say that our team has just grown leaps and bounds. We started with just a couple coaches, and now we are at almost 1,000 coaches. That blows my mind. And in my downline, in my online office, it is showing almost 1,500 coaches. So it's an amazing accomplishment, and you guys should be so proud that you are a part of this, this movement. And I feel honored and blessed to be in this position to just oversee it all. And it really describes the compound effect that if you just stick with it and you put in the little effort every single day, it can amount to this really big picture that I'm seeing now. So it's just really cool, guys. And your teams will also grow the same. Just think, maybe you have 5 to 10 people in your group, or maybe you have 50 to 100. It's gonna grow by crazy numbers in the next couple years. You just gotta stick with it. Super Saturday. I know you guys, if you didn't attend, I want you to write down these dates. I also posted them in the team page. The next one is January 9th, 2016. I mean, guys, I can't stress enough how much events have grown my business. I mean, just by going to leadership, going to Super Saturday, I've sponsored 6 coaches in the past 2 weeks. People see what you're doing. They see that you're invested. They see that you're showing up, and it changes things. It changes lives, it inspires people, and it changes your business. The next one is March 26th, August 6th, and then October 29th. These are all for 2016. Get to an event. I've never missed one ever being a coach for 2.5 years. I find a sitter, I organize it, I put it on my calendar, and I make it happen. If it's important to you, you will make it happen. Dedicate 2 hours if that's all you can make to get to an event. Trust me, it is so worth it. Our next sneak peek, I'm trying to do an opportunity call and then a sneak peek, every other month, just to give people a different way to see it. Maybe live is good for people, and then maybe just videos if someone is busy with content in a group. So every other month, I'm gonna do a sneak peek in a group, and then the next month do an opportunity call. So November 2nd, write that down. That is the next sneak peek. I'm creating the group tomorrow. That is on my to-do list. So start inviting, start planting the seeds, start putting out your story and how this has impacted your life or what this could potentially provide. The Fall Classic, I know you guys keep hearing about this. I created a file in the team page. Go and edit it. And even if you don't know somebody on your team, it's gonna fill up because we're gonna keep talking about it until it starts November 1st. People are just gonna keep editing the document. And so that is why it's there to organize teams, because it's kind of hard to say, well, who's gonna be on my team in your team page or just in the regular team page. At least this file can organize it. I saw the prizes and they're pretty awesome. I mean, first tier, I think was a webinar with White Jones, and he is the most amazing motivational speaker. I would love to have that. The next one up, tier 2, was hammer and chisel shirts for guys and girls. The next one after that, tier 3, was jackets. And then I think the biggest one was, earn a trip to California with corporate. There's no reason why you shouldn't participate this. Even if you're a new coach, ask your sponsor coach if this is something that you want to put on your to-do list, if you want to participate. But just giving you my experience, it will move your business forward. It's just fun to kind of team up, build a little team energy and camaraderie, form a group, get to know other people. Maybe you'll get a success partner out of it. and just set goals. This is really about setting a goal to hit Success Club 5 and Success Club 10. These have totally changed my business, doing the cups and the classic. It's just a lot of fun, and you work really hard, and it just builds the foundation for your business. I'll never forget being a part of a team cup, and my team won in like the top 30 teams. This was like a year into coaching, and we got awesome prizes, but really that little foundation that I laid moved my business forward for the 3 months to come with coaches and challengers. So you push really hard, it builds momentum, and it lays the foundation for your team, for your business. New programs, I know you've seen it. I've tried to update you going to leadership of everything coming out, and tried to kind of like take you on the journey with me of going to leadership. So I know you have seen everything coming out. Hammer and Chisel, December 1st, Shakeology Cafe Latte, which is really good. To me, my opinion of it is vanilla Shakeology with a little bit of coffee poured into it. That's exactly how it tastes, but you can make it your own way. Like for me, the hotel made it, so I think I could tweak it and make it even better, putting some cinnamon in it, putting some nutmeg, maybe a little almond butter. I mean, it's honestly a really good flavor, and I think gonna be a game changer just to kind of like change up the rotation if you're bored of some of the flavors. Even though I'm never bored, I love all of them. And then that's in January, and then in February is the hardcore, which I think is gonna be amazing. And if we continue to promote all of them right now, it can really be a big burst of energy into your business right now. And I was even thinking, just getting ideas going, that hardcore, the 22-minute hardcore, imagine if we got that into all the military bases. I mean, that's a military style workout, and it's only 22 minutes, and it's crazy. It's like insanity, but for military, like specializing in military. I think it's awesome and something different and unique that we can add into our fitness collection. So you never know who is in your network that they know that's in the military. So I think it's going to be a hit, but we have to promote it now. We can't on December 1st say, oh my gosh, Hammer and Chisel is out. And then on February, oh my gosh, hardcore is out. No, it starts now of planting the seeds. Start sharing little tidbits and nuggets in your posts. Product releases build volume, it builds the team, it builds income, it builds your business. And this is what lays the foundation also. So I always say, and my coach taught me, stay with the Beachbody flow. Whatever is going on in Beachbody, you gotta follow it. Just like, computers are always changing. We have to stay with the times of social media and just, everything going on. It's the same with this business. You have to stay with what's going on. Do what successful people are doing. Follow me, follow Christina, follow your coach that's successful, and do what they're doing by promoting these new products. I want to touch upon the Leader Spotlight. I just before this call posted about Michelle Perkins. She is doing a phenomenal job, but just give support and love to all the leaders that are, putting their hard, work and effort and tips and, valuable information into this group. This is great for new coaches. This is great for seasoned coaches, just to be learning and, refreshing our mind with this awesome information that you can't go in the back office and read. This is information that is literally gold at our fingertips. Things that they learn by trial and error. So I love it. I love this system that we created maybe about 3 months ago, and it's been such a hit to our team. So show them love, give them a like, give them a comment, tag one of your coaches, and let's blow it up. They deserve it, and honestly, they are the future of our team, these leaders. They're diamonds, star diamonds, and they are what has made this entire team grow to what it is. So support them. The national wake-up call, I usually don't talk about this. I'm usually bad about getting on, I'll be honest. But this one was amazing. And if you're a new coach, you have to try to make it on every Monday. There's always a replay. This one was hands down amazing. And this is just what I'm gonna talk about with, as far as goals and really laying the foundation for your business for the next year. It was with Danny. She's known for Fit and Funky with all the Shanti videos, and she's in a lot of programs. She has a killer body. She has a six-pack. I mean, she's awesome. Like she's a rock star in her business, in fitness, you name it. But she talks about, you know, fitness and are you on your A game with your fitness? Because if you're on your A game with your fitness, your business is also going to be on its A game. And I find that really true in my business. When I'm 100% following a program and following a meal plan and really staying consistent and being dedicated to that, my business is 100% on its A game. I'm sponsoring, I'm getting Success Club because people see the consistency and the dedication also. So they see that this is a serious thing. Just like Coach Basics, she mentioned, if you did listen to it, if you are following Coach Basics and you are, you know, plugged in, you're engaged, you're learning, you're applying and putting action behind all of that, it's the same thing. You're going to have success in your business. So we have to do it with a fitness program too. We have to actually finish it. And then we're going to have success just like the coach training. So if you're not doing a program, I highly suggest that you do a program. Commit to it right now. Right now is actually the most critical time to commit to a program. I'm going to be honest, I gained a couple of pounds. I probably gained like 7 pounds, and I took a before picture yesterday, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I do not want to share this. But you know what? I'm going to share it when I'm done with the 21 days of the 21-day fix. That's what us coaches are. We're not perfect. We fall off at times, but I feel great. I'm on day 2. I finished it. Tomorrow's day 3, and my business is on its A game because I'm feeling good, you know? But she describes it like this, and I love this analogy as far as if you're not committed to any programs. You can't work for Apple while using an Android. Let me repeat that. You can't work for Apple while using an Android. There's just no way, I feel, and I love that she mentioned that too, you're not going to have success if you are not following this 100%, giving it your all. It's kind of like putting, you know, some of your eggs here and then some of your eggs here. How can you really be 100% successful as far as luring in people and people taking you seriously? So I just want you to think about that. Commit to a program now, because when you do go to promote those products, they all come out. People are going to remember, wow, she had a great before and after picture. Wow, she committed to something. Wow, she's a serious coach. You know, she is committed. Because if they don't see you committed, they're going to see somebody else that's 100% committed to the business and to their fitness. So think about that. Now is the time, and I'm going to go into that. But last little housekeeping is plug in, if you're a brand new coach, to the new coach training group. Most of the Diamonds and Star Diamonds are running a new coach training. It's called 2.0 Basics that corporate came out with. It's a 30-day training compared to our regular 2-week training. It's an amazing training. I like shorter trainings, but this is packed with valuable information. And, you know, most 2-week trainings that we do, a lot of questions are still in the air, like, well, how do I do this? And what do I say for this? And how do I run a challenge group? This 30-day training explains all of it. It goes into how to become an Emerald coach and the details on everything. If you get out of this training after 30 days, right now I'm running one and we have maybe a week or 2 left, maybe a week. You need to get in it again if you're not an Emerald coach. So remember that if you get out of a 30-day coach training, you need to go through it again. We need to never stop relearning the basics, having a refresh in our head, because after you get out, sometimes you feel you have no direction, and this gives you direction. It's basically a roadmap in your hand. And then if you're an Emerald and you've been through the coach training a couple times, you need to get in an Emerald to Diamond group, and we're going to start one next month, also on November 2nd. I want to give you an example. One of our Star Diamond coaches, Jamie Christie, just to give you an example, sorry to call you out, Jamie, but she was in our Emerald to Diamond at least 3 or 4 times, let me tell you, and she is very successful now. She's built a great income. She became a Star Diamond, and it's all from getting in that group, relearning, rehearing it until you're blue in the face. You have to stay in the training. So that's been a game changer for a lot of coaches. Get back in the training. Okay, goals. This is one of the 2 things I really wanted to get into besides leadership. What we do now, guys, sets us up for next year big time. I cannot stress this enough. We have so much coming for next year, and you need to be riding that wave, is what we call it. It's like a big tidal wave of momentum, and how we create that is what we're doing right now. I actually went back and looked at my income, and I share this with my personally sponsored coaches. I share them the details of my income, but I'm going to just, share just in general. Every year come October, right, to March is when this business goes like this. And it goes back down a little bit, for summertime, but it never goes back to where it was. And then we have more peaks and it goes down, but it never gets to where it was. This is right now a really great opportunity for you to gain that momentum and get this business in the air. But I went back, I looked at my income, and it was in 2013 March I joined, right? So I've kind of, went forward to December or October, because that's where we are now. And I looked at my income from October of 2013 to March 2014, and my income grew 100%. 100%, guys. And if most of the Diamond and Star Diamond coaches go back and look at their income from October to March, it will also, they'll see that it grew 100%. Only if they were doing what I'm sharing right now, sharing the new products, inviting, expanding your business, and really going 100% all in right now, because the new year is the busiest time for this business, the busiest time. I've been through 2 of those big sprouts in this business, and this is going to be my 3rd. So October to March this year to next year is going to be my 3rd in this business. And I can tell you, even the 2nd time, it was 100% raise. And this time, I know without a doubt, because I'm all in, it's going to be 100%. You have to ask yourself right now, are you doing what it takes right now? Are you in 100%? Are you sharing a challenge group? Are you all in? Because come March, I guarantee your income will be 100% more than it is right now. And so I challenge you to start now compiling your prospect list. Start now forming them, building relationships. And I love another coach on this team. Her name's Jamie Arrear. She's with Diesel Nation. And she shared that she took 30 people, right, from her prospect list, and she just started forming them. She started prospecting them as to who she wants on her team, who she wants in her challenge group. And majority of those people joined her group. It was last year, she was pregnant, and that was her master plan. She grew her business leaps and bounds since that time. So that is my game plan, and I highly suggest that be your game plan. This is a time, I'll be honest with you, a lot of people fall off. I mean, we have Thanksgiving, we have Christmas. There's a lot of stuff that can be easily distracted, but I want you to be that one, be that different coach that sticks with it. And you're gonna be the person that reaps the benefit for next year. Everybody is gonna be coming to you. I guarantee it. It happens every single year that I'm in this business. Everyone wants a new change. Everyone wants to spend money on themselves and have a life change. It's a statistic that a certain number, I think my pastor said it, a lot of people want a life change, not just a health and fitness change. They want a life change. So I went back and looked, and that portion of that 100% was from new coach signups. That was from volume of Shakeology, which was from growing the team. So now is the time. Pre-plan your challenge groups, your coach invites, share about your new coach training coming out, the sneak peek, get in the Emerald to Diamond groups. Now is the time to be doing the Power of 3 and the 3 vital behaviors. I mean, that's what lays this foundation. It's not rocket science. It's just simple stuff that it just requires work every single day. I just wanted to share that with you guys, that that 100% that my income grew every single year has amounted to this, kind of like this dream that I'm living right now. And it's real. It's real to my family. It's helped my husband to work less. He's off 3 days a week now. It blows my mind. And I say that very honest and open and humble, that this time of the year is what gets you to your why. It is what grows your business. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Obviously the ball is in your court, what you want to do with it. Your coach could only work with the willing. So show up every day, and then it'll be that much easier to have your coach work with you, and you guys partner up together and do this together. It really is a team effort. And just like the saying goes, teamwork makes the dream work. It takes both showing up, locking arms, and being a good leader and making this happen. But talking about leader, I want to recap on leadership. I know if you were on the Diesel Nation call, you heard about leadership, but I'm sharing it from a whole different angle. As far as the notes that I took and what I got out of it, this was my second leadership retreat with the top coaches and leaders in the company. I feel humbled to be there and just learn and be inspired and motivated and to represent our team as a whole. And it's my duty as a leader to bring you back this amazing, good, valuable liquid gold at your fingertip information. So I'm going to share the notes with you. I don't want you to take notes right now for what I'm going to share. I'm going to read some of it and just share from my heart, but I want you to really let it sink in and just kind of close your eyes, visualize what I'm going to share with you, and just know that this is information that God, has brought coaches from maybe where you are now, from day 1 or maybe day 100 to becoming part of the Millionaire Club or being a 6-figure earner or, really changing some crazy amount of lives. I mean, this information it's gold. I don't even know what other word to say it, but just take it to heart. So anyways, have this be your goal next year. Get to the New Leader Conference. It's usually the beginning of the year, and get to this Top Coach Leadership Retreat. This one is for 5-star and up, but a whole year can change your life like it did for me. So just know you can get there. It's just going to take a lot of hard work and dedication and implementing the basics. But this retreat is hands down my favorite retreat out of the entire year, because I get to share this awesome information with you guys. But I'm going to share. So if you are doing something that works, guys, you have to share it, duplicate yourself, and you have to reinvent yourself. I love this. And, sometimes I maybe don't share what's working for me, but usually a majority of the time, I kind of go back on the team page and I share what is working. I share my scripts. If you go in the files, you will see everything that I've shared, and you will see all this amazing content that is at your fingertips. Go in the files when you are during your power hour and check out all this information. I mean, I'm sharing experience. I'm sharing information that's helped me move my business forward. It's not information that you could really go in the back office and learn. It's best to learn from, leaders that are successful. And so I encourage you to follow other leaders, because success does leave clues. Mimic what they're doing, but make it your own. And then also as a leader, because, you are a leader if you're on this call, even if you don't have any coaches under you, if you're doing something that is working, you want to share it with your team. You want to be, you want to reinvent yourself and be duplicatable. So make sure that you write it down. Keep a journal, make a file on your team page and just keep track. All the coaches and all of the leaders opened up in a way I've never seen before. And I really was so inspired at the fact that they opened up, they shared really raw, vulnerable things. There were, they had a top coach panel, and Becky Brosette, one of our leaders from Diesel Nation, was on, just sharing how she felt like she compared herself to her sister this entire journey, because her sister maybe hit goals faster than her or whatnot. It was a family, sister thing, but I think in the business, a lot of people compare, and most people do compare. You gotta let that go, but know that it's okay. Know that other leaders struggle with the same thing. And once they let go of it is when they felt they had, a breakthrough. They felt that, their success just just started happening because they let go of that, but they shared, they were open, they were real. And I think it's good to be real with yourself, because if you can't face what you're dealing with or what's holding you back, there's no way we can overcome those obstacles. Another coach shared that she's been struggling with depression. I mean, it's crazy because most coaches get up there and you think it's all perfection, all the top coaches. And I even felt a little intimidated being around all these top leaders. But when they got up there on this panel, just shared that, she struggled with depression and how she felt the pressure of being a top coach and being number, like 4 or something in the network, that it just was so stressful, and she had anxiety and depression. And, we see it all perfect in the butterflies, but just know that the struggle is real. Other coaches deal with the same things that maybe you are, I am. And then the last one said that she felt like she had to be a platinum blonde and, do all this craziness to fit in. And it was so cool to see that all these leaders were just real, vulnerable people, just like us. So just know it's not as perfect as you think it is. These are real, normal human people that struggle every single day, and they're in the trenches with us. I'm in the trenches with you guys. So you have to share that too. And I think their moral of that panel, of their story and sharing their realness and vulnerability, was that once they opened up and shared this, they had people coming in and saying, wow, and their coaches also felt like, they could relate to them more so than just this beautiful picture of perfection. So share with your team, be real, share with your audience and who you want to attract. As far as struggles in your life, share your story. I know in the beginning, I wasn't so comfortable about sharing, about being in debt. I wasn't comfortable sharing how, my marriage was struggling because we fought about money all the time. I know that I didn't want to share about, not being able to travel. Those were like little prideful things in me, and I had a little bit of an ego. And once I did a lot of personal development, and once I let it go and started sharing with people, I had flocks of people coming in saying, I'm struggling too in this area as far as money. I'm, not where I want to be in my health, and people just opened up to me. And I felt that was a big game changer in my business. So that's what I loved about this leadership retreat. The overall, I think, mission that corporate wanted to convey to us was to be real, share everything, and they did a great job of putting all the leaders up there and sharing realness. They had a panel of the spouses. They picked 3 spouses. It was another leader, Christina, and her husband, Melissa McAllister, and then another one. And they just shared how it's a struggle in their marriage and relationship, running this business. So just know that it's real. This is a real business. Everyone's, has their own struggles, and you do the best that you can, but you gotta be open and honest with it, And I have learned from my mistakes that you gotta put yourself out there. You gotta be real with your coaches. And progress is actually a lot more prettier than perfection. So that's what I really, really loved about, this leadership. Then they talked about going back to the basics, keeping it simple and loving people. And I think, as far as the information overload, I didn't feel like that this time. Last leadership, I felt very overwhelmed. Like I had all this information thrown in my face, and how am I going to go back and share it with my team and really break it in simple terms because it was so high tech. And I just think this was a totally different experience. It just was, about the basics and getting back to the basics and keeping it simple. And then loving people, because that is really what this is about. It's not reinventing the wheel, making your own trainings. We have everything, here for us in the Coach Online office, information with top coaches, all our files in our team page. Just go back to the basics, keep it simple, and just know why you're in this, and just love people where they are, not on, your terms and your goals. Just love people where they are, and then your goals will actually come a lot faster. And it was really comforting to know that, I wasn't alone, and that, we don't feel overwhelmed as far as a big team. Because sometimes I think we doubt ourselves, and all these top coaches, they are dealing with the same thing. So just know that it's okay sometimes to feel overwhelmed and to doubt yourself. And just know that all these coaches, they do go through the same thing. So for me, that was very comforting to know that, they're just like us. And I'm just like you guys. So we're on this crazy mission together. And so basically the moral of this whole thing is just put yourself out there, and you're going to attract people the same as you, but you're not going to attract those same people that you want to bring in if you're not being open and honest and sharing those things that once drew you in. So just think about that. The last I'm going to close with is the Leadership Mastermind. They had an amazing motivational speaker. His name is John Addison. He spoke to me and he just shared some things that I needed to hear, and I think every leader needs to hear. So just shut down whatever you're doing and just listen, close your eyes, and just really think about some of these things. I'm just going to read them to you because I took these notes, and I could post them in the team page, but I think it's different hearing it from me, and some things that I have added into these notes. Okay, so your number one job as a leader is to transfer belief. If you are dealing with people, you will have challenges. You need to win in your head before you win in life. Most important thing you have to protect is the thoughts in your head. Most current dominant thought is what you are becoming. I love that. It's so true. We are becoming something every day of our life. If your thinking is shrinking, your team, no, wait, I'm sorry, let me repeat. We are becoming something every day of our life. If your thinking is stinking, your team is shrinking. There we go. If your team is stinking, your team is shrinking, meaning what you have in your head is really important. If you're thinking positive, you are going to produce positive. If you're thinking negative, guess what? Your team is going to be negative. And I've seen that happen in so many teams. It spreads like wildfire. If your thinking is stinking, your team is shrinking. It's kind of a tongue twister. The most important person you need to lead is you. Hands down, you will be the best project you will ever work on. And guess what? Others take a lot of notice, being that you are your best project. When you're feeding yourself personal development and working out and taking control of your life with an awesome opportunity, guess what? Everybody wants that. So the most important person you need to lead is you, and the rest will follow. You have to control yourself. You have to let emotions run off of you fast. And I know us women that are in this business, emotions can get really hot and heavy at times. So you have to control yourself. If you're waiting on circumstances or things to make you happy, you will never be happy. Act the way you want to feel, and soon you will feel the way you act. You have to embrace adversity. This was one of my favorite. You are a long-term leader. You have to move towards adversity. You have to move towards obstacles. As much as we hate the no's, guess what? The more no's are going to bring us the yeses. It is how you respond that defines you. Winning is about fighting. You've got to be tough. It is hard to win. Amen. It is hard to win. But when you keep fighting and fighting hard, that's when the blessings come, because God, I believe, sees your diligence. Success doesn't come with a coupon. You've got to pay the price. You've got to pay the price. You've got to show up, and you have to get better every single day. Personal development is key, and all the top coaches, that is probably the number one thing they said in all of their little 20-minute seminars they mentioned when they got up there. Business is a marathon, not a sprint. You have to show up every day. You beat most people by showing up every day. Most people will quit. Be the 2%er that does not quit, because 98% of the people will quit in this business. It's the 2%ers that are at the top of the company. It's the 2%ers that are getting to their why. So most people will quit, but you show up every day. Do not quit. This is a voluntary army. They go out as easy as they come in. Quitting is a way of life for most people. In leadership, you need to be green and growing, not ripe and rotting. Let me say that again. In leadership, you need to be green and growing, not ripe and rotting. It is the small decisions every day that count. This moved on small decisions. Our team moved on small, tiny decisions, and so will your business. The little moments when you choose to keep going when other people stopped. It is hard to grow the things that will lead you to success, like positive thinking, because negative thinking is easy. Don't take yourself too seriously because nobody else does. The cemeteries of the world are filled with irreplaceable people. Time goes by fast. We are nothing but creatures planting seeds in the seed fields of time. Lighten up. If you can write a check to fix it, then it's not a problem. Enjoy life, enjoy your friends, get excited, get after it. Big team, little me is the motto you should have. We are in the team building business. So it's big team, little me. It's not about you, it's about the team, and it's about the people you are helping. People are not all going to be like you and think like you. You have to decide to make it happen regardless. The leader has to be a little bit different, which is very true in this. I want to be like that person. I want to think like that person. Go after it. Success leaves clues. So the person you want to be like, guess what? You need to act like them and think like them and do what they are doing. The only way to coast is downhill. And I love this. Let me just stop right here on this one little number 9. The only way to coast is downhill. That spoke to me because so many people in this business just say, let me maintain, let me coast. But they don't realize they're coasting downhill. They're going backwards. To maintain this business, you're just going to go downhill. If you want to move it forward, you have to just push a little bit every day. And that is going to make you go uphill. It is how you make other people feel about themselves. You have to make other people feel great. You have to make other people feel special and great. Ownership over accountability, what matters is what we put into people. Empower versus enable. Be blameless. I loved him. He was amazing. I know some of those spoke to you like they spoke to me, and I'm going to share them in the team page. One more last motivational speaker, just really quick, these are a lot faster. Her name was Susan O'Malley, and she is the president of the Washington Wizards. She is one of the most successful entrepreneur women out there, and I just loved her tips. Like, these are just her life tips. Rule number one is make your bed every day. I love that. I feel like it starts your day, and it just gets you in a groove every day. Number 2 is plan your work your plan. Stop being busy. Move in a direction. I'm reading too much, so I'm stumbling on my words. What are the 3 things you want to accomplish? Rule number 3, work out everybody. Work out everybody. I love that. Outwork everyone. Kind of the same thing. Number 4, set expectations. Your team cannot read your mind. Don't assume they know. They need clarity. Rule number 5, when you mess up, make it right. Hands down, forgive people with that one. You know, if something happens within your team, you forgive, you move on, and you will continually be blessed. So when you mess up, you make it right, you forgive other people, and let emotions roll off your shoulder. Rule number 6, do the right thing. Number 7, have fun. People perform better when they are happy. And the last one, people make the difference. I loved all of that. That leadership retreat was hands down amazing. And it made me realize that, you know, all this perfection that we see, there's a lot behind the scenes, guys. So just know you're not in this alone. I'm in this with you. The top leaders are in this with you. We're all dealing with the same thing. We're all on a mission to get healthy, fit, and I think create this awesome, crazy dream life for ourselves. So I hope you have a great night. just wanted to keep it short and sweet. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and reach out to me. I'm always here for you as a leader and to help you move your business forward and help you reinvent myself to you guys. So, stay in the know. Now is the time to move your business forward, like I said, because what happens now is going to really show come March and April. So have a great night, guys, and I will see you on the team page. Bye.